You're about to discover something most men will never understand. And I'm not going to lie to you or sell you fairy tales. What I'm sharing comes from raw experience, undeniable patterns, and uncomfortable truths that most people refuse to accept. Look, I'm not here to cry about how difficult dating is or act like women are impossible to understand. But let's cut through the nonsense for a second. The dating landscape has fundamentally changed. And if you've been navigating it recently, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You're here because something isn't adding up. You want real answers about attraction, masculine energy, chemistry, and why it feels like you're playing a game where someone changed all the rules without telling you. Today we're stripping away the lies and exposing the raw mechanics of how this actually works. No fluff. No politically correct nonsense. Just reality. We've all seen the data. Dating apps favor a small percentage of men. Female attention concentrates at the top. The playing field seems uneven. And you know what? Much of that is accurate. But here's what changes everything. Complaining about the system won't make you successful within it. Blaming algorithms won't get you results. Crying about fairness won't put you ahead. What actually matters is understanding the psychology behind desire itself. And that psychology is beautifully simple. People crave what they can't easily possess. Uncertainty triggers pursuit. Scarcity generates value. Think about it. Every luxury brand in the world operates on this principle. Every successful person you admire embodies it. Every relationship that has that spark maintains it. This is precisely why excessive availability destroys attraction. Why being too accommodating backfires. Why eagerness repels instead of attracts. Not because kindness is wrong. Not because caring is a weakness. But because you've eliminated the tension that creates desire. You've removed the mystery that makes someone want to know more. You've given away the entire store before they even walk through the door. Burn this into your memory. The moment you chase is the moment you lose. When you pursue someone relentlessly, you're broadcasting a clear message. You already own me. And if they already possess you completely, what's left to want? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. This is the hidden truth behind why genuinely good men struggle while seemingly careless guys succeed. It's not about manners or respect. Those things matter, but they're not the missing piece. It's about the energy you project, the frame you hold, the value you communicate without saying a word. Chasing communicates weakness. I'm incomplete without you. Losing you would destroy me. You're superior to me. My happiness depends entirely on your approval. True confidence communicates something entirely different. I have choices. I'm selecting you deliberately, not desperately. You enhance my life, but you're not my entire life. I want you, but I don't need you. Women instinctively recognize this distinction within seconds of meeting you. They can feel it in how you stand, hear it in how you speak, sense it in how you respond to them. And that feeling determines everything that happens next. Here's where most men completely misunderstand the assignment. This isn't about manipulation or fake disinterest. This is about comprehending fundamental human psychology that governs every interaction you'll ever have. Value increases when accessibility decreases. That's how luxury brands operate, how career success functions, and yes, how romantic attraction intensifies. Nobody lines up for something they can get anywhere, anytime. Nobody obsesses over what's always available. Nobody values what requires zero effort to obtain. When you make your attention, time, and energy scarce commodities, something shifts. You become intriguing instead of predictable. You earn respect instead of being taken for granted. You generate desire instead of obligation. People start wondering about you, thinking about you when you're not around, wanting more of what they can't easily access. This isn't game playing. This is rebalancing a dynamic that was tilted against you from the start. Men fail in modern dating when they invest everything while receiving nothing in return. They pour their heart out to someone who barely texts back. They rearrange their schedule for someone who cancels last minute. They give commitment to someone offering breadcrumbs. Now let's address the most damaging lie men tell themselves. I don't want to play games. I just want authenticity. That sounds noble, doesn't it? Sounds mature. Sounds like something a real man would say. But reality doesn't care about your preferences. The dynamics of attraction exist whether you acknowledge them or not. Refusing to understand the game doesn't make you honorable. It makes you an easy opponent. It makes you the guy who finishes last while wondering what went wrong. It makes you bitter, confused, and convinced that something is fundamentally broken with women. Nothing is broken. You just refuse to learn the rules. You don't need to become manipulative or dishonest. You simply need to understand how desire actually functions. Ignoring these principles guarantees failure. Applying them creates success. It's genuinely that straightforward. Let me share something every successful man eventually discovers. Self-improvement fundamentally alters how people treat you. Not because your core personality changed, but because your perceived value increased. Your stock went up. Your market position shifted. I've witnessed this pattern repeatedly. People from your past suddenly reappearing out of nowhere. Former friends wanting to reconnect after years of silence. Women who never noticed you displaying sudden interest. Girls who rejected you wanting another opportunity. It happens like clockwork. This isn't wishful thinking. This is documented psychology. When you elevate your life, your physical condition, your financial situation, your mental framework, you automatically become more difficult to obtain. You carry yourself differently. You speak with more authority. You demand respect without asking for it. And scarcity creates demand. Not just romantically, universally, professionally, socially. In every arena of life where humans compete for attention and resources. I've known men who possess every physical advantage imaginable. Height that towers over rooms. Fitness that turns heads. Faces that belong on magazine covers. Yet they still can't attract women consistently. They still go home alone wondering what went wrong. I've also known men who break every conventional rule. Shorter than average. Socially awkward in groups. Unconventional in every measurable way. Yet somehow they succeed romantically. Somehow they attract quality women effortlessly. Somehow they figured out what others missed entirely. What explains this paradox? Presence and inner certainty matter more than statistics ever will. Your energy walks into the room before your body does. Your confidence speaks before your mouth opens. Your self-belief communicates louder than your physical attributes. Many men don't struggle because of their appearance or height. They struggle because they lack social calibration. They don't recognize their own worth. They never established personal boundaries that protect their peace. They emotionally invest instantly before earning anything in return. They try to convince women instead of attracting them naturally. The critical insight here changes everything. Your internal state matters more than your external circumstances. Fix the inside first. The outside results follow automatically. Ever noticed how people obsess over someone they barely know? How they construct elaborate fantasies about that person in their mind. How they replay conversations and imagine future scenarios. Mystery activates imagination. Imagination creates desire. The unknown triggers curiosity that the known can never match. The moment you reveal everything too soon, the fascination evaporates. Your complete emotional state laid bare. Your entire world handed over freely. Every intention spelled out clearly. No surprises left to discover. No layers left to peel back. No depth left to explore. This doesn't mean being cold or distant. That's just another form of game playing. It means being strategic about what you share and when. It means letting people earn access to your deeper layers. It means understanding that predictability is the enemy of attraction. Now here's perhaps the most critical lesson in this entire discussion. Never accept advice about attraction from the people you're attempting to attract. Their words and their responses rarely align. Women frequently claim they want someone caring, always available, constantly sweet and attentive, ready to drop everything at a moment's notice. But who actually triggers their attraction? Men who live with clear purpose beyond relationships. Men who maintain firm boundaries that can't be crossed. Men who demonstrate genuine ambition toward meaningful goals. Men who don't worship them like goddesses. Men who don't require their validation to feel complete. High-quality women don't want someone they can control. They want a man who deliberately chooses them. Not someone who desperately clings to them hoping they won't leave. Kindness is respected deeply. Neediness is repulsive instantly. Learn this distinction or keep suffering the same patterns forever. Being nice is transactional at its core. I'll treat you well so you'll reward me with affection. I'll do these favors expecting something in return. I'll be sweet hoping you'll finally see my value. It's a hidden contract you never signed but desperately hope gets honored. Being kind is authentic and unconditional. I treat people well because that reflects my character. Not because I'm angling for something. Not because I need validation. Not because I'm keeping score. It comes from abundance, not scarcity. Women instinctively distrust niceness. It feels manipulative even when intentions seem pure. It feels like a hidden agenda wrapped in politeness. It feels like someone trying to purchase affection with good behavior. But genuine kindness? That's magnetic on a completely different level. It demonstrates confidence without arrogance, strength without aggression, self-respect without ego. Nice guys desperately seek approval from everyone around them. Kind men already possess it internally and don't need external sources to feel whole. This principle governs everything desirable in life. The more difficult something is to acquire, the more intensely we desire it. Luxury products remain rare by design. Elite opportunities stay limited intentionally. Exceptional people maintain exclusivity naturally. Your attention should also be rare and valuable. Not because you're playing games. Not because you're being difficult on purpose. But because you genuinely value yourself too much to give it away freely. Your availability should carry weight in every interaction. Your time should mean something significant. Your presence should matter and be remembered. If everyone can access you effortlessly, nobody will value you deeply. It's harsh but undeniably true. There's exactly one moment when direct pursuit actually works in your favor. Not at the beginning when everything feels uncertain. Not during the middle when signals stay mixed. Not when she's inconsistent with her effort. But after genuine mutual connection develops organically over time. Not imagined connection that only exists in your head. Not one-sided infatuation you've convinced yourself is mutual. Real, reciprocal interest that both people feel equally. If you've had several weeks of consistent interaction, clear mutual interest shown through actions, and aligned values that matter, then yes. Be direct. Be masculine. Be decisive about what you want. Try something like this. I'm interested in exploring something real between us. If you feel the same way, let's see where this leads naturally. If not, I completely respect that and appreciate your honesty. That's confident without being cocky. That's leadership without being controlling. That's attractive masculinity in its purest form. And women respect it even when the answer is no. Because you had the courage to risk rejection instead of lingering in uncertainty forever. You need to become the man who never tolerates disrespect under any circumstance. Who doesn't chase unavailable people hoping they'll change. Who refuses to beg or argue for his worth. If you remember nothing else from this entire discussion, remember this simple truth. Stop chasing and start attracting instead. Chasing depletes your energy and destroys your confidence. Attracting empowers you and builds momentum naturally. Your appearance matters to some degree. Your confidence matters significantly more. Your boundaries matter in every single interaction. But your purpose matters more than everything else combined. Without direction you drift. Without mission you become desperate. Without goals beyond relationships, you suffocate the very connections you're trying to build. Women don't select the man who gives the most. They don't choose whoever tries hardest or cares deepest. They select the man who values himself the most. The one who knows his worth without needing others to confirm it. The one who walks through life knowing exactly where he's headed. The moment you become that man, your entire romantic reality transforms overnight. Situations that confused you suddenly make sense. Women who ignored you suddenly pay attention. Opportunities that seemed impossible suddenly appear everywhere. This isn't magic or wishful thinking. This is what happens when you finally align your inner world with the outer results you desire. Everything clicks into place because you've become the source of your own validation. Stay focused on your path regardless of distractions. Stay disciplined when motivation disappears completely. Keep building when nobody's watching or cheering you on. Keep improving when progress feels impossibly slow. And most importantly, Become the highest version of yourself you're capable of becoming. Not for women. Not for approval. Not for external validation that fades quickly. Do it for yourself first. Do it because you refuse to waste your potential. Do it because settling for mediocrity disgusts you. The rest will follow naturally once you commit fully. If this message resonated with something deep inside you, drop a like and subscribe to the channel. More content like this is coming soon. Share it with someone who needs to hear these truths today.